Welcome back to the channel, fellow numismatists and coin collectors. Today, we'll be taking a closer look at the 1969 Lincoln Center, a small but historically significant piece of American coinage. Though it might look like just another penny, the 1969 1-cent coin is packed with interesting details in both its design and history. And of course, for collectors, there's always the exciting possibility of stumbling upon a rare variety or error that could be worth thousands. So, let's dive into the world of the 1969 Lincoln penny, exploring its design, history, and its potential value today. To truly appreciate the 1969 Lincoln Center, we need to go back to its origins. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. This marked the first time a real person's likeness appeared on a regular issue U.S. coin. Designed by Victor D. Brenner, the coin's obverse has remained largely unchanged for over a century. While the obverse design has stayed the same, the reverse has seen some significant changes. From 1909 to 1958, the Lincoln cent featured the famous wheat ears design, which was then replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. The 1969 penny is part of this era, bearing the Lincoln Memorial on its reverse. In 1969, the U.S. Mint struck Lincoln cents at 3 different facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 1.1 billion Lincoln cents, while the Denver Mint, denoted by a D Mint mark, produced over 4 billion coins. The San Francisco Mint also produced a smaller number of proof coins, primarily for collectors, marked by an S Mint mark. As you can see, the 1969 Lincoln Center had an enormous production run, especially from the Denver Mint. However, what really excites collectors are the rare errors and varieties that emerged during this year, particularly from the San Francisco Mint. Let's take a closer look at the design of the 1969 Lincoln Center. On the obverse, we have the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, which was designed by Victor D. Brenner. Lincoln's thoughtful, stoic expression has become one of the most recognizable images in American coinage. Above Lincoln's head, the motto "In God We Trust" is inscribed, as it has been on U.S. coins since the 1860s. To the left of Lincoln, we see the word liberty, and to the right, we have the year 1969. If you're looking at a coin from the Denver Mint, you'll also see the small D Mint mark below the date. Now, let's flip the coin to its reverse side. Here, we have the Lincoln Memorial, a design that was created by Frank Gasparo and debuted in 1959. The intricate details of the memorial are particularly striking, and if you look closely, you can even see a tiny representation of Lincoln seated inside. The words "E pluribus unum" appear above the Lincoln Memorial, with United States of America curving along the top of the coin, and the denomination 1 cent at the bottom. This design was used for Lincoln cents from 1959 to 2008, before being replaced by a series of designs honoring Lincoln's life in 2009. One of the interesting aspects of the 1969 penny is its composition. Like most pennies struck before 1982, the 1969 cent is made from an alloy of 95% copper and 5% zinc. This gives the coin its distinctive reddish-brown hue. In 1982, the U.S. Mint transitioned to a copper-plated zinc composition in an effort to cut costs, as copper became more expensive. Due to its high copper content, the 1969 penny can develop a patina over time, ranging from deep brown to greenish tones. This is especially true for coins that have been exposed to the elements. While many collectors prefer bright, uncirculated examples, some enjoy the character that comes with the natural aging of copper. Now, Here's where things get exciting for collectors. The 1969 penny is known for some notable varieties and errors, particularly those struck at the San Francisco Mint. One of the most famous and valuable errors from this year is the 1969's Doubled Die Obverse. This error occurs when the design on the die shifts slightly between strikes, causing parts of the design, like the date or lettering, to appear doubled. The 1969's Doubled Die Obverse is one of the most sought-after error coins in the Lincoln Cent series, and finding one can be a real treasure. If you're lucky enough to find one of these rare coins in high-grade condition, it could be worth tens of thousands of dollars at auction. But even circulated examples can fetch a few $1,000s, depending on the severity of the doubling and the condition of the coin. For example, in recent years, some high-grade 1969's Doubled Die Obverse pennies have sold for over $50,000 at auction. So, it's always worth taking a close look at any 1969's penny you come across. So, what is the 1969D penny worth today in circulated condition? Most 1969D pennies are worth just their face value 1 cent. However, uncirculated examples, especially those with a high grade from a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC, can be worth a few dollars. For instance, a 1969D penny in mint state MS condition with a grade of MS65 might sell for 5 to 10. Higher grades, such as MS67, can fetch around 50 or more. Of course, if you find a 1969 penny with an error, such as an off-center strike, a die crack, or a rare variety like the Doubled Die Obverse, the value can increase dramatically. If you're interested in collecting 1969 pennies, it's important to handle them with care, especially uncirculated examples. Always use gloves or handle the coins by their edges to avoid leaving fingerprints, which can damage the surface over time. To keep your coins in the best possible condition, store them in protective holders, such as coin flips, albums, or capsules. Keeping them in a dry, temperature-controlled environment will help prevent tarnishing and corrosion, especially for copper coins like the 1969 penny. In conclusion, the 1969 Lincoln Center may be a common coin, but it's also a fascinating piece of American history. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, there's something special about holding a coin that's been in circulation for over 50 years. And who knows, you might just find a rare variety or error that could turn your penny into a valuable treasure. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1969 Lincoln Center, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more coin collecting tips and insights. Have you come across any interesting 1969 pennies? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, happy collecting!